let your no be no, as the Bible says. Let your no be no, and your yes be yes. Being katikati, being in the middle, that's being lukewarm. That's a sign of a weak boundary. We're not going into the next year thriving on external validations. You're only waiting for people to tell you how good you are, and you don't even believe in yourself. You're waiting for people to tell you how smartly dressed you are, yet you don't even believe you're smartly dressed. You're waiting for people to tell you how smart, or rather how high your IQ is, yet you don't even understand where you're coming from. So this new year, we are going into the new year when we fully understand ourselves, when we fully understand that we have specific and particular deposits in each and every one of us. We are going into the new year fully knowing that we are created in the image of God, and every one of us has a unique purpose in this world. So the only way you can achieve full self-actualization is when you first know yourself. Know what you're worth. Know when to say no and when to say yes. Be intentional in your decisions. Very, very intentional in your decisions. We're not going to carry people's burden on our shoulders. No. And as you step into the new year, how I pray that you reflect on to the last year and see, check, where did you slide? And how was the impact of the fall? And what can you do to change that? Only if you learned a lesson from the fall. So what lessons are you carrying over to 2023? I'm coming up with a journal. It's called a reflective journal. It will be out in the mid-January. It will help you reflect. Who you are today is a very different person from who you were 3 years ago. What have you learned along the way? What have you achieved along the way? So reflective journal is generally to open your mind, and in a way it shifts your mind from a point of now to a point of how much you've achieved in the past. 2022 maybe to one person or the other, it must have been a very heavy year for you. Okay? But somehow, we are here. Or if the 2022 was a blessing year for you, we are here. It means God is not yet done with your life. It means God still believes and still feels that you have not yet accomplished what you are meant to do. I repeat, you have a particular deposit that Dorothy doesn't have, deposit that John doesn't have, a deposit that is only and solely meant for you. Do not feel worthless. Do not feel, like you have nothing to live for. It's something that you owe the world. And so, for you to know this particular thing that you owe the world, you have to understand yourself. You have to understand who you are. You have to understand why are you alive today. You have to understand details of your life. What are you living for? What do you stand for? How many things were meant to harm you last year, but somehow you crossed over? How many situations have you gone through that you felt like this one is my breaking point, but somehow you made it through? It means you have a particular thing that other people do not have. See this. What was meant to finish you made you stronger. So if what was meant to finish you made you stronger and you learned lessons, then these lessons are what we are going to jump with into the 2023. So 2023, we are going into 2023 fully knowing who we are, fully knowing what we stand for, fully knowing what our worth, fully knowing that we do not live just because we live, but we live because we have a purpose to live for. Let us endeavor to live a purposeful life, and let's endeavor to live a life where we can say that where I am now, I'm okay. Psychologically, I'm okay. Emotionally, I'm fit. Physically, check. That is how we are going to move into 2023. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of who you are. Be aware of who created you. Be aware that you are a unique child of God. Be aware of yourself.